Hello, hello. Yeah,
Hi. Hello, everybody.
it's worked.
It
We're
is.
live, and I'm 100% not ready.
Uh, yeah, of course.
Good stuff. How are you?
Uh, I'm good. I'm good. It's such a nice feeling that like a pre-competition feeling before that live.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, there you go. So, like, already you're doing promotion for another one. Any injured athletes who are missing out on that feeling, that anticipation and excitement of competing, just can't a live call. So look, I mean, I imagine we've probably mostly got your followers, but anyone who doesn't know you, Ksenija, I'm going to a quick intro, and you can correct me. Um, um, but firstly, thank you so much for coming on. I'm honoured. Three times Olympian, right? Uh,
Yeah, right.
Estonian national record holder in the. I've got notes here because it's such a long list. Long jump, 60 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Former European indoor long jump champion, and yeah, your long jump PB is 6 meters 87.
Yeah, it's quite a nice list, I think. So I can be happy about my career, so far. I haven't ended it yet, but um, I don't know what the future gonna come, what gonna bring. But yeah, with those results, I uh, how you can say like like every time it can be like better, but we as an athlete we all the time like think oh, I can do better, but in some point when you just sit down and a little bit like think and process it, then actually it's quite good because because
You know what? Like that sounds alright. And actually, you've I haven't introed what the hell this is about, but you've done a fantastic job because part of this, I'm like, I sat down and looked at this, I'm like, Jesus, you've competed on the international stage. It's over 16 years, right? And
uh,
which is a phenomenal, 16 years, all these national records, three times Olympian, like there's things that people could only dream of. And yet here you are going, yeah, but quite often I'm like, oh, I could have jumped, I could have won that, or I could have jumped
mhm.
further. Is really like this. Oh shit, me too, right? This is why we're here
Yeah,
because when
exactly.
I, when I was a kid and I was getting into athletics,
Mhm.
and as I got a bit older, I thought people like you were different, right? I thought that you were special somehow, like had this kind of secret mindset, and
Mhm.
that you were somehow different. And
I totally understand you because um, I think about those people who who's taking the medals like Olympic champions and they are somehow different, or they think different, or they do something like different, but I really like when in one of your posts, where you like said that of course we are like physically and DNA like it is different, but in our mind like it is uh, in such a different how you can say like levels maybe we still think the same like even the people who haven't been on the big stage of like Europeans or even just representing their country, they couldn't have like get the chance and they were thinking like like I'm something special. I thinking about some other that they're special that yeah, oh shit, me too.
yeah, right. And then there's probably those people that are thinking like, oh well, I'm Olympic champion, but I'm not double Olympic champion, or I'm not the
Yeah,
world record holder, or
exactly.
I haven't had a career this long,
Hmm.
and it doesn't end, right? And so I think it's so refreshing to kind of hear that, like, well, actually, that's just a product of being human.
Exactly. I think in the end of the day, it's like really important. During my whole career, I thought that you are giving like yourself totally. I think even not 100%, like even more of it to the sport. But actually, the life after sport, it is like it's existing, and it's really important, like to keep your head like clear and your mind, because with all this like you want to catch all the time like something like and it's gonna be like all the time like less and less and less, and you're never happy, and it's actually leads like in a really like dark places. So I have seen it, and I actually don't want it. So I think it's really important, like uh, to realize like sport is a sport, but then after sport there is also like the life, um, and you like what is the right thing, how to say it, like stay a normal person or what in your head. Maybe you have like a better word for this.
No, I don't know. I guess what I hear is that have you kept athletics in perspective by thinking there is life after this?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
there is. I knew always that sport is not like, I mean, it's really short of the period of time, like when you can do it, and then do it like 100%. And yeah, what I haven't thought maybe in a really young age, that those hard traumas, what you injuries, like what you are getting, like uh, you know you don't have a book with it, like that they are, how you said, like you have a point how to get out from the rehab, like and especially mentally, we have only like a physical some points, what we know, what
yeah,
we have to do, and what exercises and stuff, but mentally we don't know that, and each of us is really really different, like, and each of us are like different things, like what you can tolerate, and how much, like yeah, I think for each person it's this rehab period is really different, even if you are like with the same injury, let's say.
yeah,
But
because you're
different.
you're currently recovering from surgery right now. That's correct to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
And have you had surgery before?
Yes, I had two surgeries before. One is a little bit like more serious, but other one was a little bit easier.
Are we are we
Like it.
are we going to trade? We'll trade surgeries here because we're both on three.
Ah, okay. I really hope like it's it will stop like there. I really hope that.
Yeah. It's not quite as good as collecting medals. Is yeah, collecting
No,
surgeries. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
So based on that, have you felt like there was something that you were lacking, or you could have benefited from in terms of mentally dealing with injuries in the past?
You mean like how I'm cope now with this,
Yeah.
or Mm, of course, yeah. Let's say when I get my first injury, what was like pretty serious, and it took quite a time, like almost like a 5 years. I wasn't able to jump, and I wasn't competing in big arenas. Like let's say it that was very very hard.
Was
Like
this sorry? Was this 2011 to 15?
yeah, exactly, and but and I was pretty young also when I get it. I was some 23 years old, and yeah, uh, I didn't know like exactly to cope with this. And 5 years, it's pretty long time, like, you know, to find the motivation and that kind of stuff. And but then I think only thing what really helped me, it was that I was able to just run, and I was like pleased with this, that okay, I can run, then I will run. But it wasn't actually, like, you know, it wasn't my dream. I wanted to jump, and I wanted to jump far, and yeah, like I think running was the thing what I was just you know, I was able to do, and I did it. I wasn't like 100% happy about that, but I was okay with this.
But so you didn't jump throughout that period, but still managed to get back to long jumping after.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, exactly.
Wow, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, and I guess, you know, points to what is our natural resilience. And it never ceases to amaze me, the sort of really what is inbuilt determination and resilience of athletes. You know, because I guess similarly, like, you know, like you, so 2011, I had surgery on my neck and had a disc replaced. So I had to have basically my career start back at zero. And yeah, I mean, I was high jumping within maybe a year, but it took 4 years to get back to where I was.
Oh, like it's it's like extremely like long time, but yeah, like for me it was also like I took just you know, year by year. I wasn't somehow like uh, like some people are saying that I'm hopeless, you know, this positivity like person, like, you know, all the time, like hoping that it is better for something in the future. But in my case, luckily, it was. I was managed, like, you know, after that, become like, you know, 2 times Olympian again, and 2016, like six on the Olympics, like, and many like places in the finals, like in the World Championships and European. So I was working like so hard, and of course there was like low points and high points, but it's always really hard to get back from the low points, because and I mean more like mentally, like here, because you have to find again, like for yourself, something what is motivating you, and something that you know, no, there is like some, I don't know, something it is waiting me, like let's say like in Rio, or I was visualizing myself like on the competition, and yeah, like in those low points, like you needed to work a lot with yourself, like so yeah, it's
Yeah, and
I guess you know that too, because
yeah, yeah, and it's a challenge, isn't it? It's I think I read it yesterday. It was something that Jazz Sawyers, the British long jumper, said, that, you know, a little delusion goes a long way, and you know,
so well said. I like Jazz.
you know, and I think as athletes, you know, often we lean on that. Maybe sometimes a bit too much into the you know,
Yeah, but it is something, like, you know, you need to find, like, if you like love the sport, then you need to find like this, even this little piece, like, and then after you will start to put, like, you know, this puzzle, like, day by day. Maybe in some days, like, you know, some couple of the pieces like coming off, but then again you continue to build that puzzle. So um,
I
it's
love,
important.
yeah, I love that. actually, it was something you said earlier I wanted to pick up on about almost taking it day by day. You know, I think it's so easy to extrapolate, is to make stories about, oh, this session didn't go well, you know, therefore I'm never going to get back, or, you know, what all these things mean. And yeah, that's how actually by just being present, you know, not getting sucked into all those kind of stories and the noise that we create. Then actually day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, extraordinary. Clearly, as you're proving, extraordinary things can happen.
Yeah, but it's extremely hard to do it, like living in the present, because we all the time, like, you know, we think about past like a lot, we think about future, but actually what we can do like in the present, like, you know, it's pretty hard to do, like, and okay, I'm now like a little bit, like, let's say older than for me to understand this, it's a little bit easier because I have gone through like some of the surgeries and coming back, and I know that you know, there is beautiful things gonna happen, like, you know, if you are work day by day, yeah. So living in the present and working day by day, like you said, that's that. I think it's it's like an art for me.
Yeah, I love that, and well, I love the use of the word anyway, because I actually originally trained as an artist, and I guess the great thing about art is that, you know, there isn't a right or wrong, you know, so actually it's impossible to always be present, right?
Yeah.
At some point we're always going to get sucked into what's going to happen, or yeah, what did happen. So I guess the art is purely into increasing our awareness, catching on to when, oh yeah, I'm steps 9, 10, 11, 12 down the road of my rehab. Okay, yeah, or whatever story I'm making about how well I'm going to do or how badly I'm going to do, I don't know. And actually, I think just catching on to that, well, that brings us back to, okay, day by day, moment by moment.
Exactly. And what, I had one idea, but it's flying away. But yeah, I'm totally agree with you, and it is very important.
So that sort of consistently showing up, consistently, I guess, being present and putting the work in, is that your secret? Is that what's kind of helped you defy what perhaps seems possible? Because let me give context to this, because obviously there's this period where you know, you didn't compete for 4 years, but then you make the Olympic Games. You know, you make the Olympic Games for the third time right at the tail end of your career, when I imagine a lot of people were probably saying, "Oh, you're too old."
Yeah, this that sentence I heard, like, you know, after that, when you, like, you know, you get 30, then everybody, like, not everybody, okay, like you just heard like this quite often, that oh, but she's too old, like, and I even heard this after Rio, like, you know, I was 6 in Olympics. So, and that was okay. If you think so, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm not on the control of it, and I can't control what others say, or what they are, like, you know, what they are think. I can control only like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And this is I think what is my first injury gave me, like it gave me like to understand that you know, after this even first injury, like a lot of said that I'm never gonna come back, and I'm never gonna jump, and so there is no difference about, like, you know, you're never gonna jump, or oh, she's too old or something. So even then I understand that okay, like I can do nothing about that you are saying that or thinking of this, but I will just keep on moving forward, and that's all.
Yeah. So I love that, because at least what I hear and it kind of points to is um, just this big difference between internal, like us and our world, and you know what, you know, us being the master of our destiny, and then all of the noise of the outside world, whether that's, I don't know, what people think is possible or not. And clearly you're an amazing example of listening to yourself and being guided by your own belief.
Yeah, because already when I was really like a kid, then my dad always said that you know, uh, when you're doing sport, then do it for yourself, for nobody else. Like, you know, because uh, he said if you're gonna do it by yourself, then your mind is clear, like from all of the other noises. So, and I think this sentence have been with me already when I was 10 years old. I have watched my like some interviews, like we have one competition like for the very young kids, and they are interviewing there a lot. And some years ago, I just heard this interview, and it was the first thing that I was running for myself. So just to be faster, like get faster through the finish line. So and I decided, okay, exactly. I was doing even then, like, you know, for myself.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like, you know, something that almost, I think, every person will relate to, is that as a kid that we all naturally excelled. There were, you know, we all had this simplicity for sport where
Hmm.
we just did it for ourselves. We did it for the pure joy of it. And
Exactly.
yeah, so it sounds like that was just such a kind of core, you know, fundamental is to, like, to us performing our best is to not have all this noise about other people, and it's just in, you know, our own effortless kind of natural world. Well, I'm doing this because I enjoy it. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
because I hear this story all the time when I work with athletes and speak to them about, you know, their experience of peak performance. Does Is it the same for you for when you jumped your PB?
Uh, Absolutely. Because uh, okay, let's say okay, in a really young age, you don't have like this pressure, what is like, you know, laying on your shoulders. When you're like a little bit older, and of course your let's say uh, like your life is like a little bit like depends on it. So uh, yeah, but what can I say that is to jump like this my PB, like there was a pure joy. I was like you know like a tiger on the track. So I really enjoyed, because I'm really emotional person. When I go to the track, when I compete, then I guess people like you know, maybe sometimes scared of my emotions, but and also I think people like it also. So, but yeah, in this period, you know, when you are like healthy and making like doing the sport what you like, and it seems really easy, but actually it's not. But still, like for you, it's really enjoyable. Like there is like nothing in the world what you like, you know, you want to be some other place or doing something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would go quite far, like far with that, you know, and say that, well, yeah, I guess probably echo what you're saying is that when we are in that space of pure joy, of, you know, kind of flow state, performing our best, you know, it's a real mind-body connection, isn't it? And it's,
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's anything better than that.
No, because like this the feeling like inside of you, like what is happening, like before, like let's say before I prepare myself for the jump, and let's say, and this jump was like my PB, and the whole way of this, the feeling of this jump and after, and these emotions, and yeah, yeah, like it's mind blowing actually, like because it's it's something I can't find even words. Like maybe you have some scientific like explanation for that thing, but yeah, like
I don't know, but I think at the core of it, it is complete presence. You know, it's not thinking about what's going to happen. It's, you know, we're just purely doing. So I think it's the absence of the noise of our intellectual mind, and
mm,
and in that space, you know, we allow our body to execute what it's trained and designed to do, and it's
exactly, because actually you are not thinking about anything. You're just doing like
yeah, which is for me is like a fundamental principle to help people improve, is helping them understand and see the relationship that, you know, the more we're thinking or the more attention we have on our mind, the worse our performance is going to be.
mm,
Look,
yeah.
I'm conscious of time, and that I feel like we could talk for ages. There's a couple of questions I want to ask. Have you reached your potential? And if not, why not?
It's really good question, because I have reached my potential in long jump, like but okay, I have reached it because I know I have reached it because I have stopped doing that. But actually, have I reached when I was doing then? Then of course no, uh, because of many different like injuries and what didn't allow me to do that. So but like all over the sport, like I'm now a little bit in that kind of like position where like again I'm rehab like from the very serious injury, and it's like I don't know what's gonna bring the future. So like we were talking with you about that, I'm living in the present, so I will take decisions like day by day. But this decision, will I continue with sport or no? Like this decision, I'm not gonna even make like, you know, in let's say in a month, because I wanted to see how this rehab process gonna go, and because I was planning like after childbirth, I was planning to coming back, but yeah, this injury ruined my plans, and now I just don't know. I really don't know. And I think that um, I like to think how to say, like, more simple, like, about things, and not to make decision, like, when you're in that kind of situation where you actually doesn't have all the information, like, so, and I don't.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, I think well, it's something I talk about a lot, is that our feeling state lets us know really of our state of mind, the quality of our thinking and whether it can be trusted. And
Mhm.
so I think we've all got proof of when we don't feel good and something comes out of our mouth that we regret. So no good decision is going to come from that space. And
Yeah.
yeah, so wisdom, and that actually sometimes by not acting because you don't know, it's the best thing, and when it's right, you'll know. So look, to kind of wrap this up, to bring it back from the beginning, we do, some of us do, such a competitive individual sport, and yet we all go through so many similar experiences, and probably make so many similar mistakes again and again that other people come through. So, for the benefit of those people listening, but also for you, if you could do it all again, your whole career, what would you do differently?
Oh, it's hard question, actually. Like, it's really hard question because
Well,
um,
I wasn't going to end with what's your favorite.
I was hoping that. But um, but um, uh, like, some of the things in my career have happened not because I have done anything, like, some mistakes or something. Like like, those mistakes have, like, they were, like, very little in my career what I was able to, like, doing something different, but I just didn't do because I was, like, maybe too emotional of it. But overall, like, everything what have happened, like, this is my career, and I wouldn't change anything, actually. Like, it have formed me as a person, I am today, and I think it's really important. So um, so yeah, okay.
I love.
Only thing, maybe what I have changed is, like, change the event. It wouldn't be so much more like so many, like, rehab, like, or like, how to say, like, this long jump. It's like long jumper have, like, a lot of, like, traumas, like, and it seems like actually the running was also, like, okay, but it's the only thing what I would maybe change, but also, like, long jump have given me, like, so much, like, emotions, and I like that event. I really enjoy it, and
I love that. Like, I mean, I absolutely love it because it really resonates with me. Um, you know, I ruptured a disc in my neck. I had neck surgery, and I might have some kind of neck pain for the rest of my life. And yeah, I don't regret it. I'd like, if you were to ask me that question, I wouldn't go
Mhm.
back and say, oh, I wouldn't have done that or whatever, because what actually it's given me and I've learned as part of that journey is, I wouldn't be sat right here right now. I know that. So,
Exactly.
uh,
So it's
well,
really tricky question.
so I think, like, um, it makes me think, sort of like anyone who's perhaps listened to that and like, oh, well, geez, good for you. But it kind of points towards that no matter how kind of tough the scenario, that perhaps there is some kind of gift, perhaps there is some kind of learning or growth for us.
Exactly. Like, and like everything what happens, like, it happens for the better times. So you just need to find those times, because we all, like everybody, like struggle with something. But yeah, I like to think that even if it's now hard, they're gonna be like something good. Like in the end, I just I'm gonna find uh, this journey.
Yeah, amazing. Look, so much, not just for your time, but for your openness, honesty, sharing up coming on a live and sharing,
Thank you.
sharing all of this. Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of things like yeah. Oh shit, me too. Like so, and it doesn't matter, like how many medals, how many, like world records, or how many, like stuff you have, like, but we all have, like this. Oh shit, me too.
Yeah, really amazing. I love that. Well, thank you so much, and hopefully people will join me next week. Thanks, Ksenia.
Yeah. Thank you for your invite, and it was really nice to talk, and see you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.